What's up, Don Dons? Listen, this is your boy Chef Don Don here with another video. In this video, it's going to be a little bit different. So first, I want to welcome you to the channel. Then, you need to make sure that you subscribe if you haven't subscribed and bang that notification bell. And then please make sure you like this video. In this video, we're going to be getting into giving Magic Johnson and the judge Gregory Mathis his flowers. And the reason being is because they do have two sons that are part of the gay and LGBTQ community. And listen, they don't care what you got to say. They're going to stand by their sons. But let's get into some things. And with that being said, let's get into this introduction, period. Well, let's get into Judge Greg Mathis first, okay? So we know Judge Mathis from our TV screens. He be having them funny clips, them judging shows, that come on TV. Now listen, he is celebrating 24 seasons of the Judge Mathis show. Listen, as we know him to be funny and serious at the same time, because he is an activist for the LGBTQ community, because he does have a son who is a part of the community, which is Greg Mathis Jr. Now listen, Judge Mathis is married and he has 4 children, okay? He has 4 children, beautiful children, and a beautiful, beautiful wife, Mama Linda. Now listen, this past year in 2022, they had a new show that came out on TV, on E, called Mathis Family Matters. Now in this show, we got a scene in this show where Judge Mathis, he got emotional and he broke down because his son Greg Mathis told him that, he didn't appreciate all of the, hate that he was getting on Instagram for his father supporting his movement and supporting his lifestyle and being a part of the LGBTQ community. Now listen, let's get into Judge Mathis Jr. Now listen, I said Judge Mathis Jr. Excuse me, I meant Greg Mathis Jr. My apologies. Listen, Greg Mathis Jr. is an advocate for the LGBTQ community. He has a boyfriend by the name of Elliot Cooper. Now listen, Elliot was featured in the show, and we got a scene again where Greg Mathis Jr. was explaining to his father how he felt about coming out and the things that he would say. He would tell people no, he wasn't gay, just because he would be afraid of the way people would treat and how they would do his father. So I wanted to do this video, and y'all make sure you like the video. I wanted to do this video in honor of them, because I feel like, in this day and time that we live in such a judgmental world, and to be able to accept your family as your family is, I think is huge and big. So shout out to Judge Mathis, okay? Shout out to Judge Mathis. Shout out to Greg Mathis Jr. Now listen, one thing I do want to also say is I had the privilege and the honor of interviewing Greg Mathis Jr. When I say that was an honor, it was a huge honor. Again, they had a show came out, Mathis Family Matters, a show of pure positivity, love, and I just love this family all around. And hopefully one day I will soon get to meet them. Manifestation. Listen, manifestation is huge. These people just don't know the impact on this world that they have. Shout out to again Judge Mathis. I'm giving you your flowers. Honor to you for stepping up to the plate and being a black dad, a black man that is loving and supporting his son no matter what. Listen, y'all make sure again you like this video, and again shout out to you, Judge Mathis, and again shout out to you, Greg Mathis Jr.
And want to stop with the whole smoke and mirrors of not being who we are.
If somebody at work said, yeah, and you gay? What would you say?
I said no.
Really? God damn, man.
As accepting as you all have been, the reality is that there's people who would hate us for that. Hate me, hate you. These black men can't run their households and raising weak sons, and it's that connotation of how it impacts you. Anytime that my dad has even mentioned gay rights or the LGBT community on his show, there is blowback, and they really attack him.
Let me just stop you for a minute, man. It's hard for me to get past you having that feeling that you gotta tell somebody, no, man. I never knew that. Never knew you felt that way.
My heart is hurting right now.
You should never feel that way, man. You should never feel that way.
Yeah.
I never knew that.
He had been hiding who he was. I'm motivated to fight on his behalf.
Y'all, now let's get into Magic Johnson, okay? Magic Johnson, listen, Urban Magic Johnson was definitely born on August the 14th, 1959, child, and he is an American former professional football player. Now, remember back in 1991, Magic Johnson was diagnosed with HIV. And so at that point, Magic Johnson decided to become a sole entrepreneur. Okay? Now, Magic Johnson has a son named Erwin E.J. Johnson. Okay? Now, this is Magic Johnson's son. E.J. Johnson is a part of the LGBTQ community. And one thing I find outstanding about Magic Johnson is that he stands 10 toes down in supporting his son and making sure that he's loving his son at all costs, okay? Now, I find that to be very respectable. And, you know, listen, if we had a lot more people like that in this world, I think we would live a very, very peaceful type of life. But there's so many judgmental people and so many people that are parents that want to immediately kick you out of the house when you disclose your type of lifestyle. So again, I wanted to salute Magic Johnson in this. Let's get into who E.J. Erwin Johnson is. Erwin Johnson is a fashionista, okay, child? He was definitely casted for E's reality television series Rich Kids of Beverly Hills in 2014. Okay, and he was a recurring cast member on the first season. Okay, now he became main cast member for the next 3 seasons after that. Okay, now EJ Johnson has been in New York Fashion Week as well as other things, right? But he is a member of the LGBTQ community, and I just want to say shout out to EJ Johnson, again, the fashionista of it all. And it just looks like he's just loving the skin that he's living in, and I'm here for it all, child. Now listen, Magic Johnson had a sit-down conversation, and he told us how he really truly feels about EJ Johnson, his son. So I want you guys to take a listen at this and just listen to the support in his voice for his son. More of what we need in the community.
A lot of times in the black community, even those who are Christian or go to church. I go to church too. I'm a Christian man too. But I love my son. Right. I ain't stepping away from my son.
Exactly.
He made me change, right? And so it wasn't he had to adjust. I had to adjust.
Correct.
So, and I finally told him, I said, let me tell you something. You my son. I love you.
Yeah.
I don't care. You want to be a gay man? I'm supporting that.
Right.
I'm supporting that. I'm supporting you. And I tell him all the time, I'm so proud of you. You know, live your life. Just like I'm living my life.
Right.
So live your life.
Right.
Love who you want to love.
Right.
Dad is going to support you all the way.
Right.
And we all got to love our children no matter what they decide to do.
That's their life.
That's right.
A lot of parents, but see, that's why they be behaving like they do at soccer games and basketball games and football games, because they're living their life through the child.
There you
go.
go.
Done had your life.
That's
you
right.
Grown.
That's right.
Let that kid live his life. Whatever he or she wants to be or do in their life, if they ain't harming nobody, do that.
Yes, and support them because they need that.
That's what they want. That's what they need.
They need that. They need to know that you love them and that you support them. Whatever decision they make, whoever they decide to love or like, you got to support that. And so that's what I've been able to do. A lot of times in the black community.
Listen. So again, I wanted to give a tribute and honor to these two great men, Magic Johnson as well as the Judge Gregory Mathis. One thing that they do for sure is stand behind their children in their dreams and in their goals. And that is more of what we need in our community. You don't have to agree with our lifestyle at all, right? You don't have to. But the biggest thing is love. Love is an action word. And if you can't show me that you love me, then you have nothing for me. So again, I want to say salute to these upstanding men for taking charge and definitely owning and loving who you've birthed. You know, when you birth your children, it's your responsibility to love them, okay? And so that is what they have done. And so again, I just wanted to do this video in honor of them. Now listen, y'all, please make sure you like this video. Comment below in the comment section, and make sure you keep your comments respectful. And above all, make sure you bang that notification bell and subscribe to the channel. Alright, y'all, until the next video, I appreciate y'all for tuning in. Alright, I holla, toodles.